So Thomas Tuchel getting ready for his first match as England manager. His predecessor Lee Carsley also taking charge of the under-21s. We can hear from Carsley now.
You had the top job, the big job.
Yeah.
How does it feel being away from that now? Is it a bit of a relief being out of the media spotlight? Are you missing it at all?
I wouldn't say it was a relief or that I was missing it, but it's something that I really enjoyed. I think it was a brilliant 3 windows for us. Really enjoyed it. So did the staff. It was great to get to know some of the players and see, some of the performances that they did. Enjoyed watching them, especially the last game at Wembley. It's a great experience. So something that me and my family really enjoyed.
You know how well thought of you are in FA circles and in football as a whole. Yeah. Would you consider doing that job again if you were asked to? Do you have ambitions in that direction?
I think I need to make sure that I keep improving. It's important that, especially with this group, that I keep pushing myself. Who knows what happens in the future. It's something that I enjoyed. I think it's something that we sort of showed that we can do as a staff. And like I say, I'm really happy and content doing the under-21s. I really enjoy my job. I'm very privileged, so who knows.
It was noticeable yesterday that we saw 3 of the under-21s training with the senior team. Yeah. I think there was probably a bit of an assumption that Thomas Tuchel, not part of the England pathway, coming in and on a short-term contract, maybe wouldn't look at the young players. He's been out and seen you guys train as well, I think. So it's the opposite of that. How are you finding that relationship working with the new man?
Yeah, it's been good. Obviously, just getting to know someone, and not only Thomas but his staff as well. So it's been good. It's obviously different. We've obviously had Gareth for 8 years, but we're enjoying Thomas and his staff at the minute, and I'm trying to support them as much as we can. And it was good that some of the players could go over, and we've got good communication. So hopefully that'll continue.
The issue of the national anthem seems to have dogged you for all the time. And I've been speaking to you regularly, and it was again in I think an interview you did with one of the newspapers. Do you think that is a media created issue, and that actually people in the street, the average England fan, doesn't really care about it, whether you sing the national anthem or not?
I mean, I wouldn't say they don't care about it. I still think obviously it's you have to be mindful and really respectful of it. It's my position that I took was that I've never sang it, whether I'm playing for Ireland or England. So, but not with any meaning to offend anyone. The point that I made in the interview that I did is that the amount of fuss that was around it, I wasn't getting that when I was around and out and about in the either games or just being around. So, but I can see it was obviously a story and a big thing, and the last thing I wanted to do was upset anyone.
I know how proud you are and how motivated you are for this group of under-21s. Different personnel, but a chance to defend an incredible achievement that you managed a couple of years ago. How much does that motivate and drive you? Definitely,
yeah. I think we've got 4 players from the last Euro. So if you think about the turnover of players, it's been quite immense. A lot of these players I haven't worked with before, so I'm really excited and looking forward to working with them. I think you've seen the group this morning, so they're a very exciting group. We've got some outstanding players. The key now is knitting them individuals together to make a squad, and then hopefully go and have a good summer.
Yeah. Thanks. Thank you.
Last Euros group you had, Lee, was widely accepted. People spoke about it potentially being the best under-21 group there'd ever been. Obviously won the Euros in Georgia as well. And then you look at the talent in this one, I think squad value is 400 million. So how do you compare the two?
I think it's difficult to compare at the minute. I think we're looking at the last squad, knowing what they did, to win 6 games, not concede any goals. I think that'd be very hard to recreate that, but it's a goal, it's a target, and that's the challenge that you put down for these players, is that we want them to be better than the last group. So hopefully they can be. Ultimately, though, the job is to get them through to the senior team and support them while on that journey.
Think Tuchel has come in and said he wants to play in an English style and direct. Does that change anything for how you want to play with your team?
No, not really. I think it's. I think we're pretty much on the same page in terms of controlling the game and attacking. So looking forward to it.
You have a lot of players here that have gone between the 2 squads, and some players who maybe have been disappointed not to be in the seniors. Is that hard to manage when they come back with you?
Definitely not. With the personalities that they've got, I think they understand the level of the senior team, and the challenge for them is to get back over the road into that squad. It's a very tough squad to get in, but it's something that I'll be trying to help them do.
and just how proud of you of the players that you pushed through and developed a turnover of the squad that have managed to stay in the senior team as well.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't just me that done it. I mean, there was a lot of people go behind the scenes and the clubs and the work that they do at the clubs, and going even further back, the academies and their grassroots teams. So it was just good that I could give them an opportunity, or we could give them an opportunity to play on the biggest stage. And then obviously it was great to see him score goals and create goals.
Perfect. I'll step out of the way. Thank you.
Hi there, you've already answered a lot of questions. I'll be short. The man who's doing your old job now, Tuchel, what are your thoughts on him? Right man for the job?
Yeah, I think obviously he's a coach with an outstanding record. He's won things at the highest level, and he's a coach that we're really looking forward to working with, along with the rest of his staff.
Are there any things that you learnt during your time as senior men's manager that you're going to bring into the under-21s now?
I think it's totally different, to be honest. I think this is, I'm managing a development team here. I think when you're managing the senior team, it's a team that needs to win, has to win, and the scrutiny and the pressure that goes with that, I think everyone accepts. So yeah, it's a slightly different role.
We're both Brummies. I'm going to ask you about another Brummie now, Jack Grealish, who isn't here.
Yeah.
What do you make of his exclusion from the Tuchel's first squad?
I think obviously, every coach has got their own idea of what they need to do in the squad they need to pick, and I know it's a difficult job to pick a squad. I know that from experience. So Jack's a great player, and Jack will be back. I think he's an outstanding talent and another player that we're lucky to have.
Another player who you know very well, Morgan Gibbs-White, obviously having a very good week. What do you make of the season he's having?
I think Morgan and Forest in general are having a great season. I've watched them quite a few times this season. They're good to watch. It's good to see. It's good to see them so high in the league. It'd be great if they could, keep it going. I know they're expending a lot of energy with the way they play. We're lucky to have Elliot with us as well, and the son who's in brilliant form. So, yeah, I mean, obviously with my Derby connections, though, I won't be shouting about Forest.
Just finally, I noticed there's a corridor in there with a wall that's full of posters of former England managers, including Sam Allardyce, who famously only managed one game. Your photo isn't up there. Are you going to be having words?
No, I think they're the permanent managers. They are. So I think, yeah. If you look in the little gap between, I think you'll see a little photo in there.